Hello, everybody. Joe Bacon Donuts here, and welcome back from the episode of Utawarerumono, Mask of Truth. Where last time we left off, the stage is set. We are ready to march onto the capital. You know, we are in the end game now. You know, the grand assault has begun, or well, is about to begin. You know, the die is not yet cast, but it's about to leave his hand. You know, and like I said, we're gonna hit our Rubicon moment. Like once we leave, like no going back. And the truth has been revealed, at least, you know, Ludatia knows, but no one else knows that she knows. Since how will this play out? What drama will ferment? 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 I think both are right. No, ferment isn't a word. I'm going crazy. Anyway, yesterday, I had planned to record. However, I spent the entire night doing free battles and training. I wasn't able to do all the Munachika training because I'm still not high enough level for some of it. And some of the free battles, free battles, there wasn't really anything good to do, so I just redid the Madodo fight a couple times, and oh man, that one fucking sucks. That one sucks real bad. My only issue with your, like, red versus white team training is everybody's items carry over, which makes it a fucking pain in the ass to do if everybody has their equipment. So the thing to do is take off everybody's equipment and then go in there. Otherwise, a single match takes like 30 minutes because all you're doing, like when I had it set up, is like you're running down Oshtor, who has nothing but fucking dodges on him. You get him down to 0, and then, he revives up to full, and then you gotta do it again. But what it did let me do, that and some of the Munachika trials, is experiment around and kind of get a feel for all of our units here. So, yep, Kuan, yeah, we knew her phase shift thing is pretty good. The only thing with her third attack here, her ranged attack, I've gotten pretty good at getting all the hidden crits on that one. Especially this one. This last one's really easy because she throws up a bunch of, like, floating kunai that hang in the air and, like, glow, and then she jumps up and hits them one at a time. So it's really easy to get the hidden crits on that one. Really nice. Her final strike, pretty good. It inflicts fear, which is like just completely locks down the opponent. They can't do anything. And then I found out what this co-op thing means. I thought that was for like your co-op. Well, it is for the co-op attack. You know, when two characters attack someone at the same time. I also found out the criteria for that. For it to work, what the character attacking needs to be in overzeal state. And then the second character, that little co-op icon indicates which attack they will use, which is nifty. So, that's that for Nekane. I mean, Kuan. Nekane, I didn't really do anything with, not gonna lie. Oshtor, so the only real big thing is with this one. His sword draw stance one, where he does his, regular attack, taunt, and then sword stance. Alright, zeal cost 50. Big cost in order to draw it. However, the upside is you immediately get another turn with your sword out. So then you can launch into another combo. So that's pretty good. One thing I also found out is with this one, like his raise his zeal by 25%. The only issue with this is you can't use it on yourself, it seems like, to get yourself to 100 zeal. Like, you can't just stand in the back and then, bop yourself a bunch of times, then go into overzeal. It just doesn't work. Also, with his, which one of his abilities? Not Reversal of Fate. His Tactical Command. Was it that one? Yeah, it's that one. It was either one of these. It, like, straight up negates mind ailments for surrounding allies. So if they've been taunt, if they got fear, if they got confused, if they got daze, like if he just gets near them, they're like, oh, we're good, and they're able to get up again. Crazy good. Ogi, same thing as before that I've been using him for. However, I've also gotten pretty good at getting his all the hitting crits on this one. It's a little tricky because like these first two are really quick, and then the third one, that's when he does like his handstand kick, like his handstand 360 kick. That one, it slows down and messes up the timing, and then this is the one where he jumps up. That one's pretty easy to get the hitting crits on. And then this one's the heal drop, where it doesn't have hitting crit. But I've also found out that you still can get the crit on an attack when the ring closes, and get the critical hit zeal gain for it without advancing the combo by using the Y button. So before I was just letting the combo drop and not hit anything, it turns out I can hit that, get the zeal, get the crit, but not actually go into spend, and then I get to go again because he'd be an overzeal. Real cool. Udadu and Sarana. I messed around with them a little bit. I found out the kind of purpose you use Moth for. So, because Moth can't really do anything. You know, he's kind of fucking useless. But what you can do is you can target Moth with a friendly unit. In this case, Udadu and Sarana. Because, look, all their attacks are AoE. So you position Moth next to a unit that you can't otherwise hit, and then you'll be able to get him in the crossfire with all your attacks. Nifty. And then with this one down here, this is a fucking scary attack. Oh my god. It's like a directly in front of you, basically melee range magic attack. It does so much fucking damage. In the free battle, not the free battle, the training, your team battle. Like, if you bunch up your enemies, or either if your enemies bunch up, or your teammates get bunched up, and they're on the other team and they hit you with this, you're fucking cooked. You can see it costs 28 zeal, so they can't do it from nothing. But they get 20 back. But this attack does, like, 250 damage to everybody it hits. It's fucking insane. It's insane, dude. Only issue with them still is their movement speed is awful. Same with Anju. We'll get to that. Kyudu's fucking goated now that I understand how he works. Now that we've unlocked his skill, where is it? Yeah, stance of a movable attack chain. Where if he doesn't move, he can attack twice. With this attack right here, specifically, is, like, no movement magic one. That does a lot of damage. If you can time it right, to where on his second attack, he goes into Overzeal, he gets a new turn, and he gets to go again. So you can, you know, in theory, get 4 attacks in a row with Kyudu. It's crazy. Really good. The only issue is that the second one, it's the second magic attack, costs seal, so you gotta be mindful of that. And same with his regular attacks. These two are arrows, these two are magic, so they cost seal. But that's pretty much it with Kyudu. Like, if you can get him into the right position where he can see a bunch of people, and he doesn't have to move, he can just wallop the opponents. It's rough. Like, if, again, fighting him in the team battle, if he's, like, across a bridge in a spot where you guys can't jump across, but he can hit you with one of these, it's devastating. Because he just, like, keeps on hitting over and over and over. Dudutia, pretty much the same. However, where is it? This one. Her no move, it's not a heal. This one increases the movement range of like all your friendly units around her. Super goated. It like doubles some of their movement ranges, which is great. Great for some of the slow people like Ududu and Sadana and, Anju. Like, it gives them like a 6 movement range. And then if you get someone like Ogi in there who already has a high movement range, he can run like 10 spaces. Really good, really good. Also, for a lot of them, I don't think she has it. No, she does. No, she doesn't. Yeah. I unlocked some extra book slots for the ones I could. Because if you do the free battle, the team battle, you get like 50 BP per round. So, for some of them, it's like, oh yeah, you can give them another one. So that way, it's like increased defense, max health, diversion, so they go for her. Munachika, not really much really going on with her, to be honest. She just like, yep, it's the tank. Munachika the tank. Nosuri is pretty much the same. Not really too much crazy going on there. Again, I don't know why Utaka is still here. I don't think he's supposed to be. He should go away, like, once we enter the next phase. Because it's really weird in the team battle. Even if he's on the opponent team, and you knock out everybody else, but Utaka is still around, the round still ends. It doesn't count him as a real, unit. But he can still get XP and level up. Very strange. He's clearly like a story inclusion, just for Atui's bit. But like, you can leave now, dude. Jacques Wald figured out how his like sword stance thing that it talks about. This one, if you hit his third attack in this combo, he will get that blade drawn thing, or his like whatever sword stance. Yeah, sheath stance. When he is in that, he will 100% get a perfect dodge the next time he is attacked, which will then lead into his counterattack. So if you hit this, he literally can't get hit on the next turn. Goated. Also, he's able to hold his zeal really good. Like, he basically bleeds off nothing when he's an overzeal. So if you just keep doing that over and over, he'll never drop out. He'll always be ready to go. Fumarole is also pretty good. Her Echo Heal, I still don't really know how to use this. I know it's in one of the tutorials about like how the Echo works. I think I need to like set it to the co-op one in order for it to activate. But this one, her regular heal, that first one, yeah, that's normal. Whatever. The second one, greatly advanced turn order, it's not joking. It's like the person you heal, boom, they're next. They just straight up go next. Nutso. Atui kind of figured out how her, like, kill a unit, go again works. It's a coin flip if you kill one unit. However, if two of them are lined up and you kill both of them, it's a guaranteed 100% go again. So that's pretty good. Anju, I kind of figured out how she works too. So she does big damage, but it's kind of slow. And has like, at least a little squishy. Really low defense, really high offense. This attack right here, crazy strong. However, if you do it, she loses like half of her health. Like it says recoil damage. It's not joking. Like you do it, big AoE, everybody inside of it takes like 400 damage, but then she takes like 300 damage back. That's a regular one. Or counter, yep. However, the thing is, with her skills, this Tiger's Bloodlust, if this procs, it's like one of the defense skills, except she takes more damage. However, she gains 50 zeal upon activation. So even if she takes a bunch of damage, she goes into Overzeal. And then her final strike, she heals however much damage she does. And because she has so much attack, if she does 500 damage, she gets 500 back, and she's back to full health. So I kind of made her kit around basically being super strong at low health. You know, escape death, so that way if she's about to go down, it's like, no, I'm not. And then if her health goes below 25, she goes into Overzeal, so that way she can get all of her health back, and then increase attack by 10, so that way she does more damage, gets more health back. Pretty strong. So that's my, preparation for the final fight here. Well, final stretch, going the march for the capital. Kind of figuring out everybody's quirks. A lot of the trials you can't do until they're level 30, so I'm suspecting that we're going to be on the road for a bit. Like, this isn't like, we'll be doing 5 more episodes and then we're done. Unless it is, and it's like, oh, okay. But it's probably going to be a lot of battles coming up. Still some downtime for, like, camp story activities instead of just all, like, 100%, visual novel style story being talked to. No wacky downtime. Select the place you want to go. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, let's get this going so that way we can hopefully get Itachi out of her party. Like, go home, dude. No one fucking invited you.
南国での戦の後、情勢は膠着したかに見えた。だが、水面下では少しずつ何かが変わりつつあった。稲葉の大橋が落ちたことは、朝廷の意向を高めるよりも、むしろ不信を招き、結果的にはエンナカムイ側に有利に作用した。双方が正面戦力を動かし得ない状況は、実態はどうあれ、強大な朝廷勢と真っ向から対峙するエンナカムイ勢というエンナカムイ側もこの事実をことさらに喧伝し、
Yeah, them bitches ran. We got them on the back
各国の
foot.
思惑を引き出す。秘密裏の交渉や特使の交換が街道の隅々を網の目のように伝播していき、その結果は辺境での小競り合いとなって現れた。最初はわずかな国境の
They've already been on our side, but I guess now it's like open.
意志ある生き物のようにうごめき、広がり、
Like loudly proclaiming that we stand with Enakamui and, they have a false scion on the throne and all that.
長くこの地に君臨した聖獣の心臓を分かたれたもう一匹の獣が取り巻き、淡々と狙う。無論朝廷もただ手をこまねいていたわけではないが、その動きは迅速とは言い難いものであった。国体は
the
盤石と見た
bureaucratic
のか、
bloat. It's slowing them
何
down.
か別の内観があるのか、あるいはこの遅れこそが仕組まれた罠であるのか。判然とはしないものの、短期的な状況としてはこれもエンナカムイ側に味方した。また真の姫殿下はどちらかという諸国諸侯の問いに朝廷が確たる証拠を示さなかったことも大きい。対するエンナカムイ側も
They've lost the
こと
mandate
さら
of
に
heaven,
心眼を
literally.
強調することはなかったが、その姿勢こそが暗に真実に対する勝査と取られた。無論互いの科目の裏に高難取り混ぜた情報戦があったことは言うまでもない。小競り合いはついに
Oh god, Raiko's got his, like,
つかの間の
his
平和を
fucking
戦乱
bot
の
brigades
気配
on
が
Twitter.
朝廷への敵対勢力は日に日に勢いを増し、やがて双方の力が拮抗することが明白となった。もはや決戦は不可避。傍観を決め込んでいた残る諸国がその旗色をあらわにし、来るべき騒乱に備え始めていた。
Hell yeah, teams are picked. Let's go. Get out of here, Itachi. Get out of my party.
ついにここまで来たか。
The worm map lies spread out before me, and I cannot help but mutter my thoughts under my breath. The night air is cold. To the quick cold. To the quick cold? Huh. I literally don't know what that turn of phrase means. Google, I know I just ran it for 10 minutes about my, units. But I'm going to waste more time Googling. To the quick cold. To the quick. To make someone very upset. And then cut to the quick to cause severe hurt or upset. Huh. Interesting. So it's cold enough that it's like doesn't feel good. Gotcha. Like it's not a comforting chill. It's like, man, this kind of sucks. But even the chill cannot put a dent in the burning heat I feel in my chest. And now, it's just our army and the enemies. No more third parties. Sorry, I ate like an apple before I started recording, which I've gone into my lore where I'm mildly allergic, and it causes my throat to kind of get a little bit scratchy. The map is cleanly split into two colors.
そして今や我らと朝廷の力は五分と五分。いや、単に兵力を比べるならば、こちらがわずかに上を行く。
Yeah, but I think the issue is like not that our army is bad, but they still have, the imperial regulars. They got the legions. We're just the peripheries. In oppressive silence, I address the pieces on the table, forming plans in my head. I slide them around on the table as my thoughts dictate. One piece remains off the table, the blockade that had halted our progress towards the capital.
時は満ちた。もう謀略を尽くした暗闘の出る幕はない。次の戦がこの騒乱の結末となる。そう、決戦の時だ。
My voice and my heartbeat both thud in my ears like hammers. It's really happening. This is it. Approaching footsteps, however, distract me. Kuon's voice cuts through the mental noise.
こんな夜更けにどうした？
まだ明かりがついてたから。
She lets herself in hesitantly.
もしかしたらまだ根を詰めてるのかなって思って。
ああ、気を使わせてしまったのか。何？少々寝つけなくてな。
Battle plans swirling in his mind. He has to get them out onto the paper. I give her as reassuring a smile as I can manage. And she smiles back as she finds a seat.
これで本当に終わりなんだ。
ああ、そして始まりでもある。この決着の遺憾がどうあれ、ヤマトは大きく動くことになる。
そういうつもりで言ったんじゃないんだけどな。
では、どのような？
Yeah, what did you just say? Oh, really, the end. Yeah.
国とか決着とか大げさなことではなくて、ようやく一段落つくんだなって。これが終わったら、もう戦をすることもなくなるんだよね。
What do you mean?
そうだな。
Oh, yeah, I guess, like, everything's in motion no matter what. Like, we can go hands off and it's gonna play out.
少なくとも、みんなで戦うのは。
Like, it's reached terminal velocity. Even if you don't touch it anymore, it's gonna keep going. Hyunwon's words evoke a deep exhaustion in me, and a bit of nostalgia for the days past. It's taken a lot of hardship to get here, but there were good times too. The good, the bad, all the memories I would never trade away. Where it all began, though, that bit is in one of the happier moments.
頼んだぜ。
Oh, Oshtor dying. I thought you were being like, yeah, walking around in the woods in your fucking underwear, getting attacked by giant bugs would kind of suck. Kuon seems to notice my discomfort, for she keeps her smile pointedly as she turns to face me.
それでオシトルはどうするの？
どうするとは
Yeah, we're gonna take the front lines.
そのままの意味かな。すべてが終わったらどうするんだろうって。
She looks at me with earnest questioning in her eyes, and doesn't elaborate on her question any further. She doesn't have to.
そうかこの役目ももうすぐ終わるのか
I touch my mask instinctively, feeling a soft pulse in it, my own heartbeat, resonating through the material fused to my body. My heart sinks.
思えば後ろを振り返る間もなくただがむしゃらに駆け抜けてきた気がする
I mean, you can probably ask, like, Uludu and Silent, like, hey, can we, like, get this thing off? Is it like a... I don't know. I know you're not supposed to do this. But is it like a leech where you just, like, put a lit cigarette to it and it just kind of goes, wee, and then it lets go and I can take it off? Or is it like a tick? I know ticks, you're supposed to use, like, the little scooping spoon, but I think there's also, like, something you can, like, dip on them and that, like, gets them to let go.
だがそれももう
どうかな？
Kuon presses me for an answer. Finally, I allow myself to entertain the thoughts I've been avoiding for months.
全てが終わればもうオシトルである必要もなくなるその後どうする何をすればいい
Yeah, I've been thinking that too. Are you just gonna be Oshtor forever, or are you gonna, like, fade into the shadows? Be like, oh, yep, Oshtor then went to go retire to the countryside. You know, the whole Cincinnatus approach. You know, save the empire from itself, and then go back to, like, peaceful farming.
何も思いつかぬそもそもそんな未来はあの日に白という名と共に捨ててしまったもう白に変えることもあの日のオシトルを取り戻すこと
Feeling Kuon's eyes resting heavily on me, I stir myself from my thoughts and answer honestly.
今はすべきことだけで精一杯でなその先のことはまだ考えておらん
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
そっか。
Kuon nods, seemingly satisfied with that answer. Then she claps her hands with sudden cheer.
そうだ。それならデスクルに来てみてはどうかな。
Yeah, you know, if you're over there, you don't have to be Oshtor anymore. You know, no one there knows who you are. Though, well, I suppose the people in the capital might know. But besides them,
トゥスクル
うん。私の故郷がデスクルだってことはもう知っていると思うけど。それでこれが終わったらフミリルと一緒に一旦里帰りをしようと思ってたから。その時オシトルもどうかなっていろいろと見せたいものがあるんだ。
yeah, there'd be a lot of
あの空
baggage
と
here.
景色、街並みや民の声。
Like, we'd understand if you maybe don't want to stay. Kuon mutters aimlessly, lost in nostalgia, then quickly brings the conversation back to her point.
そのだからこの戦が終わったら遊びに来ない？オシトルも気に入ると思うかな。
それは構わぬがそうだなその時にはクオンに案内を頼むとしよ
うん、もちろん。
With that, we lapse into a comfortable silence. Kuon keeps her eyes fixed on me, expression warm. It's a familiar kind of comfort. For a quiet, intimate moment, we can pretend the clock has turned back. Minutes pass in silence, until approaching footsteps interrupt the brief, peaceful respite once more.
オシトル、起きておるか？
An uneasy-looking Anju neglects to announce herself, abruptly poking her head in.
正常こんな夜更けにいかがなされた。
実はそなたに少し話が。
Another woman in your room at this hour. The scandal. As Anju begins to launch into an explanation, her eyes settle on Kuan.
クワンもおったのか。
ちょっとね。
The princess looks from Kuan to me, then back to Kuan again furtively. She has something she wants to say, and I guess she wasn't expecting the company.
いつまでもそんなところに立ってたら風邪をひいちゃうかな。ほら、中に入って。
Kuan gently nudges Anju, still hovering uncertainly at the threshold, into the room.
仕方がないな。そなたがそう言うのなら。
Yes, yes, of course.
それじゃあ明日も早いし、私はもう戻るね。
良いのか？
Yeah, it's fine. You know, we were done kind of talking anyway. We were just kind of hanging out.
いいの。言いたいことは言ったから。それじゃあオシトル、おやすみなさい。さっきの件考えといてね。
Kuan stands aside and lets Anju pass, then shows herself out, disappearing into the night once more. At that, Anju blinks, taken somewhat aback. But as Kuan departs, she puts it from her mind. She sees herself where Kuan had been just moments before. Like, oh, the seat's still warm. The princess, however, doesn't seem as forthcoming with what she has to say. She fidgets in silence, casting nervous glances towards me.
して正常こんな夜更けに何のご用でありましょうか。
なんじゃ。
Still refusing to meet mine, Anju's eyes wander until they fall on the war map. She nods slowly.
もうすぐデートに手が届くのじゃな。
Oh, like, the armies are moving already, like, we're like, there, okay. Her expression is, for lack of a better word, troubled. Can't imagine how anxious she must be feeling about all
な
this.
るほど。決戦を前にして不安になったのか。ご安心なされよ。帝都奪還の大願、必ずや我らが叶えましょうぞ。
それに関しては何も案じてはおらぬのじゃ。世はそなたを。
Man, Anju's gonna take it really hard when we have to, you know, kind of tell her,
では今宵それがしに何
or when it comes to light.
そのじゃな。一つ聞きたかったことがあるのじゃ。
聞きたかったことと。
オシトルよ。そなた、この戦が終わった後、どうとは。
I mean, probably retire and get a nice pension.
なんだ。王女さんまでクオンと同じことを。
Nah, the people are
こ
curious.
れから先のことなんて。
It's like, well, if we lose, I'll be too busy having my head on a pike to really do anything else.
むしろこっちがどうしたらいいか聞きたいくらいだ。
いや、よい、愚問じゃった。
Anju's shoulders seem to sink for a moment, and then she straightens, making a sudden proclamation.
そなたがおるべき場所は世の隣に決まっておるのじゃ。
She finds the courage to firmly meet my eyes, declaring this as though it were gospel truth.
そうじゃ、オシトル。こっちに来て、ここに座るのじゃ。
いえ、それは。
はようするの
Yeah,
じゃ。
she's trying to flirt, dude. Go sit with her. Anju taps the ground with a foot incessantly.
また自分を椅子にするつもりか。まあいいんだが。
思えば最近は忙しくてとんとご無沙汰じゃったからな。
Indeed. We can dictate our war map to you, you know. Girls love nothing more than you explaining the intricacies of your EU4 game in intense detail.
まあそれで王女さんの
不安が消えるんならな。
Though I guess EU5 is out now, isn't it? I should probably download that. I used to play EU4, like, really towards the beginning. Like, probably towards, like, only the third expansion, like the America one. But then after that, it's like, I never really went back to it. And there's, like, 1,000 expansions now, so it's like, I'm not paying the $500 to actually play the whole thing. Though I could download 5. And I hear 5's pretty good. A little, slight bare bones right now, but good. Like a good foundation to build off of.
失礼する。夜分遅くにすみません。
Unuchika and Ludati are next to join the parade through my door, rushing into the room.
おしとれ様、アンジュ様をお見かけしませんでしたか？
ご寝所にお姿が見えおられたか。
Yep.
見つかってしまったのじゃ。
正常。
Did you at least, like, put pillows under your blanket? Anju rapidly repositions herself, hiding behind me as Munachika and Ludati approach. The guardian sighs disappointedly.
ああ、黙って出てきたのか。
よかった。ご寝所からいなくなったので心配しました。せめて一声かけていただければ。違うのじゃ。ちょっと川屋に寄った帰りにふらーっと足が向いての。
Yeah!
今は大戦を控えた大事な時。以前口酸っぱくそうお教えしたことをお忘れか。
Yeah, don't go anywhere without your battle buddy. Munachika closes in swiftly, a pleasant smile at odds with her words. As she draws near, however, I can easily spot the twitching vein in her forehead. Anju all but leaps away at the sight, keeping a healthy distance between herself and Munachika.
あれだけ言うてもまだわかりませぬか。
待って、世が悪かったのじゃ。すぐに戻るのじゃ。じゃから。
このまま放っておくと、もう一騒動起こりそうだな。宗近殿、今宵はそのぐらいにしてはどうか。
しかし、おしと
She's
り
learned
殿
her lesson.
それでは東宮府代理としての示しというものが。
正常も十分に反省しておられるご様子、責めるばかりが共同ではあるまい。
オシュトル殿がそこまで言われるのなら、今回は不問としましょう。
そうか。
Yeah, not saying it's good to beat your kids, but don't beat them all the time. That's not good
しかし
either.
正常、見旗たる御身が体調を崩されては兵の士気にも関わ
But
りま
also
す。
don't beat your kids.
どうか今宵はもうお
But
休みくだ
even
さい。
if you really want to sometimes, because man, kids can be little fucking shits.
戻りましょう。オシュトル殿もこう言っておられる。
Well, Anju's tough. She can take a bit of a beating.
じゃが、もう少しくらいは。
なりませぬ。
Okay, Munachika sends her out to the yard to find a good branches to use as a switch.
差し支えませ
You
ん。
know, you can hear the fucking sonic boom as she like cracks it through the air. Anju wouldn't be able
分
to
かって
sit
おる
for
わ。
a
もう
week.
少しだけと言っておるのだ。ああ、待て待て。そうせくな、引っ張るな。
Anju's patient caretakers convey her back to her room. And blessed silence returns to mine.
すべてが終わったらか。
Unexpected emotions bubble up within me. Restlessness, anxiety, and a kind of guilt.
この身は己であって己ではない。この仮面と同じかりそめの顔だ。何の実体もない。ただのうつせみ。それなしは自分は何をすればいいと思う。
It's been so long since you've been you, you don't even know if you can be you anymore. Left in privacy, I allow the facade to drop. I mutter my frustrations to the empty, lonely room. But, lest I forget, I'm not alone. I'm never truly alone, as a familiar pair of voices reminds me.
すべては御心のままに。私たちはどこまでも主様の定めた道について行きます。
And it's not like you have to go back to being exactly how you were before. Like, people grow and change. Like, You know, once this is all over, you know, synthesis, you know, a combination. You can be both of yous. It's fine.
そうか。
With no answer, I peer out into the darkness and see the moon that shines brightly through it.
ともあれ今は天命をつかむため次の一手に心を尽くすのみだ。
Again, man, there's a lot of full moons this time of year
朝廷
apparently.
に侵入する諸侯が全て参集しました。持参していた者たちの数も含め、ほぼ正確な兵数が把握できたと思われます。
足りぬか。
離反し、賊軍に組みする者が後を絶ちません。
愚かな。稲葉の大橋を落としたことがそれほど気に入らぬか。
I mean, it was like a divine work of the Mikados, you know, and fossils and the rest of Lavo there. It doesn't make you look good. You 9/11 to yourself to, like, you know, like I said, you know, cut off the hand despite the arm.
所詮精進に対局は見えぬ。迷信に怯え、我ら
I
を
think
不尊となじり。
face is, you know, cutting off your own nose to spite the face or something.
だが構わぬ。万人が反旗を翻そうと、己が信じた道を行くのみ。シチーリアよ、直ちに出陣の準備を。
ではまさか。
こたびの決戦、この来光を自ら打って出ようぞ。
見えてきたな。
Oh, unless this just is the final battle. But then again, the end of last game too, you know, it was the ending, but we had like 5 battles back to back to back to back. Our long march reaches its destination, and as a wide grassy vista spreads out before me, I can't help but acknowledge it out loud.
ここがかつて幾多の強者たちがその命運をかけたというオムチャコ平原なんですね。
ヤマトが樹立される以前、幾度となく大陸の歯をめぐって争われた古戦場なのです。
雌雄を決するのにここほどふさわしい場所もあるまい。
I pass Nekane and Kiru a nod, looking out across the plains that seem to go on forever. A gust of wind sweeps past me.
間違いなくここが決戦の地となる。
The grass has been watered with blood so many times, the smell's practically seeped into it. It quivers in anticipation of its next drink.
眼前の丘へ向け進軍せよ。
Is it like the fucking Genpei War and like the whole battle of Sekigahara thing?
はい。学部来一拍子。全軍直ちに前方やや右の丘へ向けて進軍せよ。敵に遅れて隙を見せぬよう迅速に。
Kyuda turns to begin barking orders. Both of us keep wary, nervous eyes on the swarm of soldiers following us out onto the plains.
ボストルの言うように、ここが決戦の場になるみたい。
ああ、来光もこの地を決戦の場と定めているはずだ。
Yep.
あとはどこまで互いの戦いに引きずり込むことができるか
We're playing
の
chess
勝負になる。来光、貴様はどう動く？
Big wide open field, perfect for some nice cavalry engagements.
皆集まったな。一同正常のご出座である。
At my beckoning, Anju appears before the war council. The gathered commander's murmuring immediately ceases, lapsing into silence.
正常、一同まかり越してございます。
Anju gives an exaggerated nod, then makes a point of looking around at each of the generals and holding eye contact.
こたびの戦を始めるにあたり、まずは皆に心よりの感謝を。世はそなたらがこうして集うてくれたからこそ、今日のこの日があるのじゃと考えておる。
The responses to Anju's words vary. Some nod with pride, others glance away humbly. Still, others sit in solemn silence. The reactions may differ, but in one respect, every attendee is alike. Everyone here has gathered under the same banner, Anju's banner, to fight as one.
そうかったな。
This, some of the generals, is what we've been working towards this entire time. The ultimate fruits of our labor. One of Kudrini's delegates is the first to speak.
オシトル様、先方は我ら九十里の民にお任せくださいませ。私たちが駆けつけたからにはどのような敵でも軽くひねって差し上げますわ。
姉上、正常の御前であらせられるぞ。
Yashima hurriedly tries to quiet Sheesh, but she defies him.
相変わらず気が小さいこと。ここで小さくかしこまるようでは手柄もおぼつかないわよ。
手柄など、正常のおために命を賭すが我らの本懐であろう。
Yeah, both.
まったくもう。お許しくださいね、オシトル様。相変わらず頭の固い身内で。
いや、
ほら、オシトル様も呆れてらっしゃるの？
今の呆れは姉上に向けられたものだ。
なんですって？
I'm sure we have, like, roles already assigned for you all, best suited to your capabilities. The previously solemn atmosphere shifts as the siblings suddenly descend into catfighting.
ま、本番前に硬くなるよりかは楽しい方がいいじゃない。
その通りやな。
もしかしてそれ私に言ってます？
No.
お姉様、お兄様。
Luditia's typical infinite patience appears to run thin at the outburst, and she steps in.
いいじゃねえ
Damn,
か
look at you, dude!
決起に流行るのは若い奴らの特権だからな。
Got yourself all dressed up and everything. Like, cleans up nice. Genho continues to laugh raucously. A tired-looking Soin Kecker sighing at his side.
やれやれ、君は変わらないね。少しは年相応の落ち着きというものを学んだらどうかね。
落ち着き払ってふんぞり返ってるだけじゃ何も変わらねえってことを知っているのさ。
まったく。
I mean, he's got
伊
a
沢
point.
君はあんな大人にならないよう気をつけた
Time
ま
and
え。
place for everything.
はあ、あの二人知り合いだったのか。
I mean, they're the previous generation. Of course they do.
なんでも父上の発注症時代に遊戯を結んだらしいな。
It'd be like, Atui running into, Nosery here in like 30 years. It's like, oh, damn.
そうか。同じ発注賞であったのなら面識があっても不思議じゃないか。
大体お前なんだその話し方。持って回った言い方しやがってよ。
時の流れが私を
Oh,
一
plus
人
now
前
the
の紳士へと
capricious.
育て上げたのだよ。どこかの誰かはまだ子供のままのようだがね。
どっちがそうやっていちいち突っかかってくる方がガキくせえだろうよ。なあ、宗近殿。
小生には
Yeah, no
なんと
comment.
も。
君はどうしてそうすぐに他人を巻き込みたがるのだろうね。
Like, his Muzuchika's too uptight. You gotta drag her into this stuff.
答えも聞かずに何でも決めつけるのは年寄りの悪癖だぜ。
いえ、ですから小生、判断がつきかねると申しますか。
Munechika forces a weak laugh as she finds herself caught between the bickering men.
考えてみれば宗近はあの二人の後輩に当たるわけだからな。さぞ肩身が狭いことだろう。あの二人。
Also, she lost her mask. Like, that's not good.
いい年をしてはしゃぎすぎではあ
Wait,
る
can we have
な。
that back?
しかし、あ
Come
の
on,
父
can
上
you-
があれ
can
ほど
you,
浮
like-
かれるとは。
Do you just have that sitting around in a box somewhere? Is it all the way back in Tusker? Like, I feel like we should have that on hand.
ん？あれは浮かれているっていいのか？
Last I checked, Nosery can't read thoughts, but she gives me a shrug regardless. Atui stands next to her, looking upon her own father with a similar expression.
そういえばトトさんもいつか一番の喧嘩友達が勝手に発注賞やめたってぼやいてたな。
あとい私は友達だなどと言った覚えはないよ。
Yeah, I distinctly remember saying that rat bastard.
どっ
But
ちかっていうと犬猿の中ってやつだな。都に上がるたびに毎度毎度突っかかってきやがってよ。
それは君の方だろう。
Nozoru's eyes seemed to soften in a smile at the caustic, if amicable, back and forth.
父上にもああいう人がいたのだな。
Anju fails to stifle a laugh at the escalation, and the room abruptly goes quiet. Everybody seems to belatedly remember that they're in Anju's presence. The bickering ceases.
いや、すまんの。決戦を前にこの騒ぎとは随分な余裕じゃと思ってな。つい笑いが溢れてし
It
まっ
just
たの
goes to
じゃ。
show the confidence in our cause, my liege.
それでこそ世も安心して全てを任せられるというものじゃ。再度になるが皆がこの場に集ってくれたこと誠に心強く思う。
Stepping in on Anju's behalf, Ozen clears his bassy throat, quieting the war council.
ありゃ生きるのも大概にせよ。そろそろ軍議を進めにゃみんな困っとるじゃろ。
At that, Munechika straightens.
これより軍議を始めまする。皆様、この場が姫殿下の御前であることをわきまえ、
A little late
く
for
れぐれ
that,
も粗
but
相の
sure.
なきよう。
The gathered representatives fall silent at that. Having gained the council's collective ears, Munechika turns to me.
オシュトル殿、続きを。
まずは現状の確認から始める。
I indicate the war map spread out across the table.
我らはこれより帝都奪還のための進軍を開始する。各省は各々速やかに
Yes, for the
定めら
audience,
れ
of
たお
course.
役目を全うしていただきたい。
こたびの戦にはエンナカムイの主兵を除いた全兵力を投入する。それでよかったかな。
Utawachi suddenly speaks up, having stayed in contemplative silence since the meeting's start.
すでに兵たちの備え整った旨、この場で報告させていただく。
承知いたした。
I acknowledge his report with a short nod. It's information I've already received before the council session, of course, but it's important that we make sure the entire army is on the same page here. It's the more important when it's an army this big. Want as few potential miscommunications as possible.
こちらも問題ねえよ。豪族どもを丸め込むのには苦労したが、その分頭数はピカイチだ。
その軍は父上が指揮する手はずになっている。私は普段通り正常のおそばにいることになるな。
我ら那国も微力ながらお力添えさせていただきます。兵の約半数はソヤン・ケクル殿と合流いたします。
Okay.
残りの半数はオシュトル殿の策の通りに。九十里も
Makes sense.
できうる限りの兵を動かす用意
Have
が。
like a piece you can move around freely.
兵糧も山ほど用意しておきましたわ。全軍合わせても帝都陥落までは十分に持たせられるはずよ。物資の運搬は任せていいんだったわよね。
ああ、もちろんだとも。
Hell yeah, who doesn't love a good logistics network?
こちらも全兵力を陸に上げた。以後船団はすべて九十里からの兵糧の運搬に回している。だが本当にそれでいいのかね。
ええ、今回の戦に開戦はありますまい。
Yeah,
それ
most
っ
of the
て
fighting is gonna be on
どう
land.
いうことなの？
こたびの戦、総力戦となる。そしてそれが遺憾なく動かせる戦場となれば、
このおむちゃっこ平原だね。
私たち海軍の出る幕はなしか。
Yep.
何をいいか。河川から帝都を牽制するという大切なお役目。
I guess you could have like a riverine force.
ああ、もちろん心得ているとも。安心してくれたまえ。
You know, I don't know what use you'd really have for it besides, transporting supplies. You don't really have deck guns you can like fire as like for like shore bombardment.
ですが、そのまま帝都に侵攻しなくても本当にいいのですか？
市内の毛？
我らが目的は帝都の奪還。
Yeah.
決して帝都を戦場にすることではない。
Also, you've seen the city walls. They're
Still not.
fucking ridiculous. Even we'd have an issue cracking them.
正常のお膝元となる民を巻き添えに戦火に巻き込むは本末転倒。我らは帝都に正門から堂々と凱旋せねばならぬのだ。
Yep, just completely, utterly, decisively, like, blow them out here to where there's, like, no chance for them to recover. And then it's like, oh, we just win.
アトゥイまた軍議の時に寝ていたね。
何のことか
いや、口を挟んですまなかったね。続けてくれたまえ。
いや、思うところは言葉にしていただきたい。何せ大和立国以来の大戦になるやもしれぬゆ
I take a deep breath, girding myself for my next
え。
words.
ならばもはや小細工はいらぬ。あの来光のことだ。同じことを考えているだろうな。これからの大いなる戦の舞台。それは無粋。
Mm-hmm.
そうだ。来光。草の調べ
You
に
need
よ
a
れば
win that people can get behind.
敵兵力
If
は
you
こ
win
ちら
through
より
dirty
も
tricks,
わず
you
か
know,
に
that's just
少
gonna
ない
put
と
suspicion in them.
しかし相手は傭兵の妙で知られる来光だ。
Yeah.
生半可な連携じゃ歯が立たねえぜ。
確かに聖兵を前に一朝一夕の連携など意味をなさないだろう。故に今一度譜面を確認していただきたい。
I guess that's one way to do it.
おお、例の戦マヌイか。大丈夫だ。ちゃんと頭に叩き込んだぜ。
猫、ウルール、サラーナ。
はい。
Is it like once it gets to a certain point, that's the next stage going to this formation, or is it keep your ears peeled for, you know, a certain, you know, rhythm to play, and that means do this?
では皆様、最後の確認なのです。
Essentially,
予
you
備
know,
の譜面が
bugle
必要な
calls.
方は申し出てくださいです。
Nekane calls out in a loud voice, and the twins make the rounds with a large stack of sheet music. No one, however, appears to have come unprepared. Aside from Genho's cavalier, empty-handed confidence, the counselors all produce copies.
さぐ種類が多くてちっとばかり面倒だったぞ。
もう一度繰り返すことになるが、これは学務来による総軍の譜面。
Ooh, the big drums.
来光の采配に対抗するため、これまでの単純な号令ではなく細分化したものだ。
陣形の譜面までありますからな。これならば細やかに兵を動かせましょう。
Alright, nice.
さすがはオシュトル様。ここまでのものは初めてです。
Indeed, musical, how refined.
皆も
Clearly a man of
頭
culture.
に叩き込んだな。
ココポにも覚えてもらいました。
もう厄介だったが、なんとかなりそうじゃない。
戦場で
Just follow along with it, with what everybody else is doing.
キュール、父ちゃん、任せろ。
Indeed, you're the best listener, Shinanon.
俺は耳もいいぞ。
さすがはシノノン。こういったのは得意だったな。
キュール、褒めてもいいぞ。
Good job, kid. Have a piece of candy.
頭に叩き込んでもらいたい。必ず。
That means you three.
さて、伝えるべきことは伝え、あとは王女さんの仕事だ。
Anju seems to gather my intent without need for words. Stepping forward, she looks around at her vassals, then takes a deep, bracing breath.
今我らは決戦の時を迎えた。新たな時代、新たなヤマトを生み落とすための決戦の時を。これは世のわがままじゃ。じゃが民を思うこの心に偽りはない。そなたらのこれまでの働きに報いるためにも、そして何よりヤマトの民のために、今ひとたび力を貸してほしいのじゃ。
Anju's plea echoes throughout, and the gathered lords and olos bow their heads, giving their solemn assent.
式伝達に滞りは見られません。この戦、どう見ますか？
Decently, you know, having a solid form of communication. Some of Kiryu's anxiety seems to have dissipated. On seeing the army moving as the drums dictate, he looks over to me, eyes questioning.
そうだな。この展開速度なら聖兵と名高い来光の軍に遅れを取ることもないだろう。
はい。姫殿下の御ためにも必ず帝都を取り戻しましょう。
Kiryu nods, grinning broadly.
だが来光を相手取るのに
Yeah.
これで十分ということはない。ここから先は
Yeah, just one chink in the armor and he'll fucking shuck you open like an oyster. Briefly confirming our army's position, I glance across the divide. Raiko's banner catches the light where it stands in the enemy camp, fluttering in the breeze.
ついに戦場に姿を現したか。それだけこの一戦を重く見ているということだろう。
さて
Ooh, purple.
今こそ最
I
後
guess
の
it
舞
is
台
kind
の
of your,
幕
like,
を上げる
color,
頃合い
but
だ。
I didn't think your banner would be
一
purple
切
too.
滞りないな。
Raiko stands overlooking the expanse between the camps. A keen, mirthless smile splits his face. His posture exudes anticipation.
いつでもすでに手はずは整っております。
At Shichida's reply, Raiko's predatory smile widens.
ならば開幕するとしようか。おしとり。我らがその雌雄を決するにふさわしい。
So how are we gonna kill you,
この舞台
Raiko? Are you gonna be like boiled alive in front of the entire capital? What about the fake princess? Is she gonna get like drawn and quartered by like oxen or something?
今我らは時を
You
終
know,
えた。
death by waist chop.
今こそ己が胸中の信念と正常への忠誠を果たすべき時。
I raise my voice so that all may hear, and signal the grand march forward. From here, there can be no turning back.
この一戦我らが正常と大和に暮らす民草のために
Yep, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the bouncing wafter.
全軍
They look kind of goofy.
前へ。
さあ我が軍勢よ。その進化をキャツラに見せつけてやるがいい。
All right. The call to arms rings out on either side of the Omuchako Plains, soon to be watered with blood.
恩人からの指示じゃ。全軍開戦に備え。
さあ、
Is
始まったわよ。
is this like an entire like
ルルティエにいいところ
cavalry
見せなくちゃ
formation?
ね。
Like where's our foot soldiers? No, where's our blocks?
それはその通りだが姉上以前の一騎掛けのような無茶はくれぐれも自重されよ。
分かってるわよ。それより
I mean, I know cavalry is like really good,
こちら
but
の動きに遅れ
you
ないよう
need
にな
your
さい。
your like dense formation and to like make wedges and like hold down specific parts of the field.
言われるまでも
I think I can see them in the back, like all the way to the right, behind like all the wafters.
さて、それじゃあ始めましょうか。
まさか今頃になって再び帝の下で弓を取ることになるなんてな。しかも同じ戦場にはまだまだ頼りねえと思ってた娘と息子がいるときた。せっかくだエベンクルガの戦いってもんをしっかりあいつらに見せてやんねえとな。
Ogie's pretty good.
どうやら始まるようだね。
はい。
そう緊張することはない。 私たちはこれまでのよ
Yeah,
う
you
に
either live or you die. You
これま
know,
でと同じように勝利
those
す
are
れ
the
ばい
two
い。
options. You know, there's not much to worry about.
しかし生まれて初めての大戦ですから。ソヤンケクル殿はどうしてそんなに落ち着いていられるのですか。
You know, that fear, you're just shaking with anticipation.
何、大したことではないよ。私は私のできること、できないことをよく知っているだけさ。
Yeah, it's just your heart rumbling.
娘が選んだ男の差配だ。信じて任せるのが父親とい
You
う
know,
も
the
のだ。
joy of battle, you know, causing your legs to knock and creak. It's just trying to escape.
はい、そうですね。
では、行こうか。
このまま押し込むぞ。両翼を展開し敵軍を押し潰せ。
はい、三拍子。
Ooh, a triple time.
序盤の星を数にするこちらの
What? You need to speak up, bud.
一体どんな策を打ってくるのか。
さすがに数で勝る分、正面からの削り合いでは向こうに分があるか。だが戦場の趨勢を決めるの
I
は
mean, of course.
何
But
も駒の数だけではない。各人に伝達、術式を発動せよ。
承知しました。
さあ、我が速さについてこられるか。おしとり。
I mean, what you got? This is like your artillery barrage. Meow.
敵陣突破。このまま押し込む。
うん。どうやら初戦の流れはこちらが掴んだようだね。
全軍ここで敵を逃すな。立て直しの時間を与えず、このまま。
待ちたまえ、イタク君。
Yep, we're walking into a trap.
まさか
Counter charge.
このままではご詰めに被害が。
一旦追討の手を止めよう。今は
Yep,
伏
form a
兵を
block.
しかしこれだけの大兵力でこの速さだと一体どんな手を使っている。
What is he like? Literally just teleporting people in? Oh, those poor fucks. They're cooked. Fully surrounded.
よし、そのまま頭を押さえ続けろ。まずはこちらが上。向こうは必ず挽回の一手を打ってくるはずだ。
That's a nasty pocket. They're just...
そう来るのはお見通しなんだっての。
I guess they broke out.
もらった。
かける。玄宝様、真横から敵が。
何？こいつら左翼から流れてきやがったのか。ソヤンケクルの野郎、一体どうしたってんだ。
I'm assuming the strategy is like purposely, you know, loosen your formation so that way they go to encircle and then you counter encircle. Seems to be the
ここは
play.
一旦引き時だな。全軍左右の敵陣から距離を取れ。
You know, literally, you
守り
know,
を固めるぞ。
DBC instant transmissioning behind them. Like, no, I'm behind you now.
なんだ、敵が離れている。なんか気持ち悪い。まるで百戦錬磨の将が率いてるみたいな動きだが、そんな奴はどこにもいねえ。ただのどうなっていやがる。
そんまま挟み撃ちにせえ。これで右翼の戦況を決めたれ。
さあさあ、このまま押しつぶすわよ。
Yep, tried and true.
承知しました。
Same thing gonna happen.
アリの子一匹逃すな。
の戦力だけで
Yeah, whoa.
姉上何全軍姉上の部隊と合流体勢を立て直すぞ
ちょっと何やってるのよ、今ここで包囲を解いたらほら合流されちゃった。
敵の動きがわやじゃの。深追いはいけん。離れながら様子を見よう。
確かにこの初戦で危険な橋を渡るわけにはいきません。それより
Yeah.
ちょっと
They hit so
気にな
quick.
る本陣に変打を。以上が各軍からの報告です。
そうか。
So it's not going great, but I think we still have the momentum.
状況は膠着。いや、わずかにこちらが押し負けているか。
なんだか敵の動きが想定よりもずっと早いかな。
というよりは情報の伝達が早い。こちらに先んじて戦況を知るがゆえ
Yep,
の動
he's
き
got
に
his little
思える。
Turidadai playing basically like a radio command post with
士
each
気の
other.
伝達速度に関してはこちらも最大限の手を尽くしたが、それでもなお向こうが一歩先を行っているな。
さらに巧みな傭兵にも手を焼かされているとの話。このままでも戦線を保つ分には問題ないが、
敵はあの来光だ。さらなる一手を隠し持っているはず。できることならばこれ以上後手には回りたくない。
私たちが動けば今ならまだ押し返せるんじゃないか。
そうよ。
Yeah, we don't really want to get into a slugging match. We just want to like land a good like couple haymakers and take him down.
ですが、それでは本陣が手薄になるのです。
それは
確かに今の状況では博打に過ぎるが有効な一手だ。
仕掛けるんだ。
I mean, it would certainly throw them off.
ああ、このまま敵の自由を許せばこちらの戦力を延々と削られる羽目になる。
Unless he was also expecting that.
こ
But
こは攻め時だろう。御前、本陣の指揮をお任せしてよろしいか。
引き受けよう。こちらから見える状況も折を見て戦まぬいで知らせるとしよ
う。かたじけない。ではそれがしたちは小勢を率いて各省の救援に。
何事か。
背後からの奇襲です。
Inside the camp.
シュトーライを狙って火を。
Ah, fuck.
かけ、まさか。
Marudo's forces conceal themselves in the tree line, using the terrain of the Omochako Plains to their tactical advantage. Sentries watch the perimeter with bated breath, and from the center of the group, voices rise. Rather, one voice relayed across the empire via Tiridadai. The man giving orders to the group by hand signal, Marudo, pauses to quietly answer.
今まさに敵陣背後への奇襲を終えて身を隠したところでおじゃる。
守備はどうだ。
シュトーライを2、3焼いてきたでおじゃるよ。兵糧全滅とまではいかなくとも、奴らは慌てているでおじゃろうな。
それは上々。良いのかをしとる。そのままではすぐに干上がるぞ。
Raiko allows himself a small reserved chuckle, then quickly restores his serious tone.
引き続き、そちらの指揮は貴様に任せる。
御意。
では俺は、貴様がオシュトルの首を持ってくるのを本陣で待つとしよう。期待して。
All right, so they got our troops locked down in the field, and I guess Marudo's leading like essentially would be like a ranger detachment, like going through, rough terrain, asymmetrical warfare type shit to like hit the rear. With that, the Tiridadai link is broken. Marudo remains in pensive silence for a time.
言われるまでもなし、決着を必ずマロの手でつけてみせるでおじゃる。
Closing his eyes for a moment in exasperated thought, Marudo mutters to himself. When they open again, they are steely, hard, and calculating.
そろそろ動くでおじゃる。皆の者、準備は良いな。はっ。おしとる。たとえマロの命に変えてでも、必ずこの手で。
第三子到来もやられました。このまま兵糧を消耗し続ければ、今の戦況を保てなくなります。
No, the attrition percentage is going up. Kiryu's disheartened voice echoes throughout the camp. As I look around, I can tell he's voicing everybody's thoughts. The troops are panicking.
第5に続いて第3もやられたか。
よほど綿密に地形を調査したみたい。火の勢いも全然弱まらない。
この炎の陣形、覚えがある。おそらくは
兄様。
マロロか。各人に背後の警戒を怠るなと伝えよ。また敵兵を見つけても即座に応戦せず、報告を入れようとも。
追っかけないのけ？敵は少ないし、みんなで潰せばそれでおしまい。
That seems to be the plan, though. Like they're luring us to a trap we can't ignore.
いや、私もオシトルに賛成だ。下手に追ったところで見失ってしまえば意味がない。
でもこのまま放っておくわけにもいかない。
Yeah. That's how they got us. We can't ignore the trap. Otherwise, we're just gonna bleed to death.
追撃するか。いや、ここはまず敵の意図をはっきりさせるべきだ。
They were nasty.
ノスリ、なんとか敵の足を読むことは可能か。
任せておけ。我らに小勢での奇襲を仕掛けることがどれほど愚かか敵に教えてやるとするさ。
先ほど言った通り、ここの指揮は一旦午前にお預けする。
しかし
Yeah, but we know him. We got flour in our pocket to cover him with. Get a good grip on him.
必ず敵の動きを捉えましょう。後にそれがし自身が精鋭を率い撃つ。それにマロだとすれば狙いは間違いなく自分のはずだ。直接赴いた方が被害も少ない。
I opt to keep my thoughts to myself, though I nod firmly.
どうやら無用な心配だったか。ならばそなたらが戻るまで指揮を預かろう。
お頼み申す。
I give command over to Utawarerumono with as fearless smile as I can muster. Then prepare to set out after Marudo.
クオン、早急に用意してほしいものがある。
私に？
I lean in, whisper my request into Kuan's ears. She slowly raises a tapered eyebrow.
用意はできると思うけど、それを何に使うのかな？
まだわからぬ。だが、できうる限りの準備はしておきたい。頼めるか？
わかった。すぐに用意する。
All right, what's your secret ingredient? Kuan nods and swiftly begins her
使わ
preparations.
ずに済めば、それに越したことはないのだが。
I turn my thoughts inward as I survey the plains, allowing my eyes to be drawn from tree to tree, rock to rock.
どこにいる？マロ。
動きが変わったでおじゃる。
A sudden unease comes over Marudo, and he quickly orders his troops back into the shadows, calling off an attack. The Shitorai have adjusted the route of travel, throwing his calculations off. His expression hardens as he watches, reevaluating.
守りが固いのは当然。しかし、あまりにも守りに傾きすぎているでおじゃる。それに気になる点がもう一つ。
Maruto reflects on his most recent contact by Tiridarai.
オシュトルの陣が戦線をテート側に強引に押し込んでいるでおじゃる。そんなことをして一体何に。無論マロの兵糧攻めが効いてきたとも取れるでおじゃる。しかしこの動きはオシュトルにしてはあまりにも遅まず、まさか。
Yep. Suddenly snapping upright in realization, Maruto begins to order a retreat. To his soldiers' confusion, they sluggishly start to obey. Just as an arrow buries itself in the tree Maruto had been leaning against not a few moments before.
いたぞ、あそこだ。
玄宝殿からの報告です。戦線の再構築完了せい。
よし、これより敵伏兵との交戦に入る。
Alright.
皆の者、それがしに続け。
On hearing Nosuri and Kiryu's report, I give the order. No taking it back now. We turn our wapters towards Maruto's group and begin to ride hard.
マロたちを本陣から切り離したでおじゃるか。
Yep, baited you out.
本陣との連携を立たぬままに止められると思うほど、それがしはお前を安く見ておらぬ。
Maruto screams, his face twisted in rage at the development. I answer in as calm a voice as I can muster. But Maruto's soldiers, uninterested in conversation, give their retort in the form of a volley of arrows.
ペリエライじゃない。
それだけじゃないぞ。なんだこのムズムズする感じは。
Ugh.
包まれてる。この辺り一帯が特殊な力で覆われています。
I hate it. I hate it. That was the worst with fighting Maruto during the couple free battles I did with him. Is that one of his attacks casts slow? Oh my god, getting hit with slow is the worst.
奴ら、こちらの力を削ぐ厄介な術を使う。早めに倒さねば。
まずはその十ソライを叩くぞ。
一旦引くでおじゃるよ。
Maruto gives an order, and his unit begins to obey with pinpoint precision, receding into the shadows as though part of them.
連動では向こうが上だ。このまま見失えばまた巻かれるぞ。
Nosuri's warning, however, is in vain. By the time she even finished speaking, Maruto and his men are in the wind.
この木々の奥へ行ったか。
追いますか。
無論追うが。
ただ闇雲に追ったのでは。
Can't just go blindly charging in.
何か相手の足を止める手があれば。小生とアトゥイ殿が先んじて切り込めば抑えられると思うが。
いや、マロロのことだ。単純な力で押し切ろうとすれば何らかの策にはまる危険がある。とはいえ、確かにこのまま見逃すわけにはいかん。どこかに追い込めればいいのだが。
Somehow.
ねえ猫ね、この辺って確か崖があったよね。
I've kind of heard him towards a cliff.
はいなのです。あの木立の反対側に切り立った壁面があるはずなのです。
Kind of swing around in like a crescent shape and kind of
ならば
direct him towards there.
タイの半数にこの木立の警戒を。残りはそれがしとともにマロロを崖下へと誘導する。どこから奇襲を受けるかもわからぬ。警戒を厳とせよ。
Barking orders, I lead my soldiers into the thicket, hoping desperately that I know what I'm doing. Don't we all, dude? Don't we all? The trees do, eventually, part into a clearing of enormous... Into a clearing, there's a period there. An enormous bluff rises before it, where Maruto waits, precisely where we'd hoped he'd be.
やはり来たでおじゃるな。
マロロ、もはやお前に退路はない。投降しろ。もう一度言う。投降しろ。お前には伝えねばならぬことがある。
At that, the mask of hatred returns to Maruto's face, and he looks at me with a disgusted sneer.
今さら何を伝えるでおじゃるか。
A cynical grin spreads across his face.
いずれにせよ、お前にもう引く道は。
Maruto smiles self-assuredly.
いいな罠にはまるとはこういう状況を言うのでおじゃるよ
Oh, siren going off outside. Maruto raises his arms in a thaumaturgic gesture, and all at once, white-hot flames spring from the earth around us.
これぞ家計の真骨頂でおじゃる
The flames twist and bend as though alive, dancing tongues of fire lashing out at us, snapping and hissing with eerie likeness to serpents.
炎に飲まれるぞ全員中央に集まれ
はややせっかく暴れるつもりやったのにいけ
炎が相手じゃ刀では返しようがないじゃない
古典的ですが
Kind of like kick some dirt on it.
どうするボシトル
Maruto watches on with that gleeful, predatory smile, delighted in watching us scramble under his gaze.
まさか逃げ道があるとでも思ってるでおじゃるか
As if controlled by his very words, the walls of snaking flames rapidly begins to close in.
ボシトルとその一味が炎に焼き尽くされてゆく様をマルはとっくりと見物させてもらうでおじゃるよ
その身を踊りに我のこの七へと誘い込んだか
I think through my options as the fire continues to advance. And the answer makes itself clear.
クオン例のものを出してくれ
例のものってさっき作ったこれ
Yeah, sure, whatever it is.
そうだ
嫌な予感しかしないけど炎に巻かれるよりはマシなのかな
説明は後だキュー来い
はい
急ぎこれを矢の先端に祝えろ決して外れぬようにな
Okay.
わかりました
宗近だ頼みたいことがある
小生でお役に立てる
What, you gonna like fastball special Kyudo up into the air and have him shoot something at Maruto?
ここ何なりとお申し付けください
The twins answer as though able to tell I was about to call them, which, honestly, they probably could.
手も足も出ないでおじゃるか
Behind the impassable wall of flame, a voice rife with mad joy compliments the crackle of the sparks.
ついにやったでおじゃるマルはこの手で海賊王一人を討ち取ったでおじゃ
よし撃て
The twang of a taut bowstring sounds from within the inferno, and from its belly, the arrow speeds in desperate flight.
一瞬報いるつもりでおじゃるかもう定規が悪い
The projectile, however, is not aimed at Maruto. Nothing so terrestrial.
なぜ真上に
What is it, like a signal flare?
皆伏せよ
A heartbeat passes between the loosing of the arrow. All of us when the flames drop to the dirt, and then... An explosion rocks the sky above us.
自爆したでおじゃるか
Yeah, what? A hot, violent wind and a vapor of pressure staggers Maruto, setting his ears ringing.
ボシトルともあろう者が苦しまずに済む方を選んだでおじゃるかそれともマロの手にかかって死ぬつもりはない卑怯者にふさわしい卑怯な最後でおじゃるな白殿見ているでおじゃるか白殿の胸今ここにマロが晴らしたで
Clearly the
おじゃる
explosion. But, like, what was the purpose? Was it to, like, suck all the oxygen out of the air so that way the fires couldn't burn? Maruto revels, however, are short-lived. As the smoke begins to clear, it becomes apparent. The raging fire has been extinguished.
どういうことでおじゃるかなぜ炎が
And as he watches on in disbelief, the shadow pulls itself from the ground to defiantly stand.
Mina, 無事か?
Yeah, give us the explanation of how that actually worked. Ah, okay.
風を持って炎を吹き通す。家系とは本来ただ焼き尽くすのみにあらず。
I guess in the same way as what I was talking about depriving it of oxygen. It's hit it with such a high pressure wave that it couldn't get any oxygen and it just snuffed itself out.
爆風で炎を消したと。それでは炎は消えても無事では済まぬでおじゃる。
確かに無事ではなかったし、ちょっと危なかったかな。
As if on cue, the others begin to stand.
はい。でも信じていたです。アンジュ様、ご無
Yeah,
事で
she's tough.
これ好きのこと、胸近のしごきを思えば軽いものよ。
Damn, Mimachika.
まあ、皆さんお顔がすすだらけですよ。
そんなこと言ってる場合かな。
なんとか守りおせたか。
守った。呪法をかける間、攻撃がなかったので集中できました。
アクルカがあれば、皆に傷を負わさずに済んだんだ。
いや、胸近殿の
Alright, so she cast a shield spell. Cool.
そういうことでおじゃるか。
爆風で炎を吹き払うと同時に胸近殿が壁を作り、ウルールとサラーマにそれを増幅させた。
まさか小生の力をこのような形で使うとはね。
多少手傷は負ったが、炎で焼かれるよりはマシだ
Yeah, methinks. Might have some ringing in your ears for the next couple weeks, but Maruto stands shocked, eyes widened.
高みの見物を決め込み、一気火星に攻めなかった。深くでおじゃる。
お前の策はついえた。
As I call out to Maruto, you can't help but notice him behaving oddly.
所詮マルはオシトルにはかなわないと。オシトルが栄え、マルは滅びるべきだと。
He repeats the syllables frantically, and a fire comes to light somewhere in his eyes.
いいな、まだでおじゃる。たとえ万策ついえようとも、この命ある限り、勝負はまだついていないでおじゃる。
Alright, round two. Let's get him this time. This plan may have backfired, but Maruto's fighting spirit is far from broken. I steel myself, holding my fan at the ready.
ならば、これで決着としよう。マルロ。
Alright. Yeah, let's look at the field. Ooh, some new units. Huh. There's the mages that they were talking about who fucking suck. Defeat Maruto or defeat all enemies. All allies defeated. Interesting. Let me look at the map. So you probably seem really annoying. Foresight, you have a dodge. Okay, yeah. At the beginning of this unit's turn, enemies within range take 10% of their health as damage. Yikes. But is negated by Dark Aligned units. Huh. Alright, so Sarada, go fucking kick their ass. Because they can potentially stop someone's action chain. That's annoying. Alright. Sword and board. Ew, insect tamers. Gross. Convocation. Beginning of the turn. Ugh, summon enemies. Gross. Knockback. Summon a Giddy Giddy. Ew. Ahaha, take that, why don't you? Bug Zone's curse never meant for the likes of man. I don't think my beauties like you very much. Or Giddy Giddy. That's a bug party now. More bugs! Gross. So I guess we'll see what those bugs can do. You guys, no movement, just a water spell. Okay. Probably a heal. Probably a defense up. Heal. Attack up? Yeah. That's annoying. Ooh, there's another one over there. Okay. And they all go first. So that way they can, like, run into position in order to, like, fully encompass us. And good old Madalo. Alright, same thing as before. Yeah. I have fighter. I have courage. Terrain. It's stupid fucking self-destruct Shikigami. Art of Revenge. Alright. And it's the same. Alright. Let's get him. Though, give me a second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick so I'm not, like, knees knocking in my seat the entire time, trying not to piss my pants. So, cut. Alright, and a back. So, where is the position up first? Up there? Okay. You guys there. Give me an Ogi. Yeah, and they all have slight damage. I guess that makes sense. Ooh, starting us on the back foot, too. Ludatia. Give me a Fumaril. I'll take Kuon, too. On that side, and then who do I want on this side? I guess I'll have Atui as our runner. So actually, let me go back. They're all wind, fire. Okay, there's a good mix. Yeah, I guess I'll throw Atui down. Pretty much people with some fairly good movement, because we got a lot of ground to cover here. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's rough. How's everyone's zeal looking? Everyone's starting with 25. Cool. I want to keep Ostor close to the groups. That way they can get a speed buff. So we'll just maintain position for now. Oh, but I guess everyone's healed? I can't reach it into the south. No, that's fine. Let's see. There, I can get everybody. A little short. A little short from Ogi, but that's fine. He'll at least get close enough. The Shikigami is useless. I was a little late on that one. Couldn't quite see it. You hold. You hold position. Boomeril, can you... Yeah, advance her turn order. I want to give everybody that movement buff. Let's see. And I can't move to do that. Yeah, get Utawarerumono into position. Let Ostor be able to move around, spread his AoE buff. And then hopefully next turn be able to get done with it. Actually, don't want you to get in range there. You can't reach anybody else. I think I can't move for that other one. No, I gotta get directly in front, but I just barely can't. That's annoying. In which case, yeah, up here is fine. Oh, too close. Okay. I guess that works. Doesn't really matter which one I do. Get Moth out here.
集まって。
いでよ、フツヨの神。いでよ、フツヨの神。
Yeah, get the Shikigami out here. Stupid bugs.
これでも食らえ。
Ew.
歯ごたえ
Hit us with a fucking fart bomb.
誰からやっつけようかな。食らえ。
Ah, it's a curse? That's
歯
rough.
ごたえないな。やっちゃえ虫たち。ほら。どう？
Alright, we're gonna get a counter, physical dodge. Nice, we'll use that. Because I really don't want to get poisoned. There we go. Also, yeah, the second attack there is really good. Getting daze fucking rocks. Nice. That's even stronger too. That's what I like. And then let's get you up here to help out. Yeah, now look at where she can go. She can go fucking crazy style. This is the one I can get the... Yeah, I got 4 crits on that. Crazy.
視力を尽くそうぞ。戦況を報告せよ。
頑張りますね。
Bruno's kind of useless here, to be honest. I guess just get in position. Because you, like, can't do anything after you move. Nice. Get some zeal going. Damn, I missed like all my crits on that one. Fucking blew it. That's not good enough. What's your final strike range? Alright, it's big AoE. It hits 2 away, so 1, 2. It doesn't quite hit that guy. But yeah, just hit the Tamer again. Does that one cost? No, they don't cost anything because we're in Overzeal. That's the other thing. When you're in Overzeal, none of moves that would normally cost Zeal, they cost 0. So we'll fucking take this guy out. And then I can still get the crit here, but not go on the final strike. when the bugs die, you take out the tamer? Okay, they work the same as the Shikigami then. That's great. That's great, actually.
盛り上がってきたでおじゃ。
I'll be able to kill the bugs, get a second turn, take out one of the tamers. Yeah, watch this. I killed one. I didn't quite get the second. Lucky roll? Lucky roll! In which case, take this guy out. Hopefully. Actually, I'm gonna redo that. Because I can definitely go into overzeal there. Once these guys are taking their turn. Because that was definitely a misinput. Save scum, whatever. I don't care. Ah, one off. Can I rewind again? Yeah. I can get it, I promise. Whatever, we'll let it ride. I don't want to waste too much time, just save it. We still got the win. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, kill some bugs. Yep, waste your turns on Mothma. I can't quite get in the range. Yep, farm zeal on this guy. Yep. Just gotta slowly make our way up the cliff. Yeah, because now if I can target either one, it doesn't really matter. I don't think I can. Oh, I can hit you. Nice. Yeah, fuck it. We'll burn the final strike. I don't care. Kill you. That'll take out the Giddy Giddy. We've seen this before. Needed a better bug. And Kuon gets to go again. Yeah, you see, Kuon just went, but now it's her turn again. Crazy. There's a way to get a second crit on that one too. The timing's a little funky though. I don't think I can hop up there. Yeah, I don't have enough jumps. Yeah, Atui's got some crazy mobility.
障害を排除します。
Ogi, though, can jump up there.
皆さんの力に
It would only be you two. That's fine.
お姉さん おしまい
No, wait. Is that... Yeah, no move.
ご命令ください
手近なやつからは
Yeah, Atui's fine. She can take it.
まだ抵抗するか。
私に続いて
I don't think I can hit anybody up here. Because for that one, the range distance is too much. Yeah. So, could get up here. Give Atui a little bit of a
怪
heal.
しい慈しみは痛みは抜けた
さあ行くぞ。頼むぞ。
You just kind of pass the zeal around so everybody gets a little bit.
戦の時間や
Ah, these things got zone of control? Eye of the Fighter. But Atui has... Oh, she doesn't. I thought she had her escape zone of control. That's annoying. That's really annoying, actually. Well, at least I gained another turn out of her. Oh, that's not good. They're really weak, though.
おいたをする人は目です
And I don't think, yeah, you can't cast the move up on yourself.
お任せください。
ここで怯えるわけには
Yeah.
うまくいきましたいざ参ります
Hop, hop, hop.
勝利のために
There we go. You can take out one of these guys. Which should kill a Shikigami. I don't know which one, though.
一つまだ
Oh, and a level up. Nice.
応戦する。
Keep her overzeal going. Oh, now he's running. He's coming up. Ah, you fool. Played right into my hands. Ouch. Toasty. See, Kokobo can at least keep Maruto locked down. Though I think he can escape zone of control, actually. Yeah, he has Eye of Courage. Which one do I want? Pushback turn order. Knockback. I want this one. Increase defense and pushback turn order. At least the turn order one hit, so now he's all the way to the back.
うちに任せてや
All Sonic control freaking sucks, dude. At least if I go here, I can get some hits, rebuild Seal, and... well, that's it, really. Oh, fuck! I can't go anywhere, then. Damn, that sucks. I guess I'll still send her up this way. Yeah, you can't jump anywhere, can you, Fumaril? Oh, you can! Okay. In which case, yeah, go here. There we go, that helps.
勝利のためにまずは目の前の敵ね
Do I want to get that close to Maruto, though? I don't know if I do. And I don't think we can heal from here. We can, nice. But we won't get any heals from it, but that's fine.
癒し慈しみをこれもどう痛みは抜けたこれでどう敵を封じますお任せください
And you can't jump. That's the issue with Utawarerumono. Now, once they fall behind, they're just kind of fucked.
最善を尽くします
Yep, Maruto, we should not be fighting. I'm gonna drop Kokopo on your fucking head. That one's pushback turn order. I don't want to knock back. Yeah. Die, bitch! I'll let you guys see this one because we haven't used it yet. I've seen it before, but I'll let you. It's a silly one. Shame I can't get a counter off that. Otherwise, I could actually beat my Overzeal. Fuck. I gotta stand in the fire. Ooh, I can get a fear off on Maruto, though, maybe. That'd be cool. And a co-op chain? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, let's do it. Let's beat up good old Maruto. He has fire. I would need to go into an Earth Stance attack, which I'm pretty sure... but that would end my turn instead of going right away. That's annoying. In which case, I might prep to do that on this, and then hit Maruto with the final strike next turn. But I would have to do a ranged attack, which... fuck, I can't do anywhere! Unless I do it here, hit Maruto with the ranged attack. Yeah, that's what I do. Now that's wind. Where's your... you have an earth one. Oh, that's your buff that's the earth. Okay. Then we'll do that. Now we have advantage on Maruto. We won't final strike. We'll go sword stance though and get another turn. There we go. Co-op chain, but is it enough to kill? I think it would be. Let's try it. But we can't get anywhere close to Mata though, so what if we just went here? Let me redo that, because I can get enough seal in order to not. There we go. Hopefully draw some aggro.
手近なやつからはっまだ抵抗するか
お任せください。
話して分かってもらえないのでしょうか。
Oh, you can hit him from here? Nice. Ah, but height range. Height range is the worst.
いざ参ります。
You can almost reach him. I might be able to get a co-op final strike too. Out of range. What if I get here? Nah, just a regular one. But it's like a double co-op chain. Like he's cooked. Yeah, let's get him with it. I think. Is that what I want? No, we'll let Oshtor get it. Forecast. Let me go to details. What if I turn that off? Okay, to get him close. Yeah, magic resist, baby. Get fucked. Just deal to me, baby. I don't give a fuck. Alright, you're donezo, bud. Call up final strike. Let's go! Kill his ass! Oh, with Kuon? Nice! Nope. And we win. Get a level up on it. Nice. Woo! And you finally got that. Ooh, speed up. That's really good. Residents of Heaven and Earth absorbs damage of the same type element as the unit. Oh. Ooh, Kuon, you're so good. Let's see. What's this one do? Adjust your breathing and let your health return. Oh, it's a heal. Cool. So you get speed up or range, like movement up and a heal. Man, Nudity is really good. And you get a second attack off that? Oh my god. Oh, but the cost is 40. Okay, so it looks like the thing to do with them is get them into Overzeal and then get them into essentially melee range. And they can deal like fucking 600 damage a turn. That's insane. Let's see. That one. Okay. it's just a cross. Ooh, but he did get a final strike off of it. Stance of offense, defense. He's able to use both an attack and healing spell. That makes Fumarill really good too. Yep, just a regular one. Ooh, but it costs 25, but it does a lot of damage. Again, that one costs 25, but also does a lot of damage. Tiger's Providence. When incapacitated, enter Overzeal. Unit survives with 1 HP, ends Overzeal. Okay. So that one's while in Overzeal, so it's separate from our current book that we have on her. I'll double check that, though, because if you try to put a scroll on a unit that already has that ability, you can put it on, it just doesn't do anything. Which, let me check. Okay, it's separate. Nice. So yeah, you can see that's kind of how they want you to play Anju. Is like, get her to low health, but because her final strike refills her health, you want her to constantly be going in and out of Overzeal in order to heal. That's a pretty easy fight. Way easier than the last one. Though blitzed with wounds and surrounded on all sides, Maruto carries on, weathering each new attack with waning stamina. But we're the ones with more at a loss than him now. Huh? But we're the ones more at a loss than him now. Like, at a loss, like you're confused?
Maruto.
もはや語ることなどない。切るならとっとと切るでおじゃる。
Maruto spits words of contempt, his face not just pained in defeat, but infuriated by it.
なぜだ、マロロ。お前はなぜそこまでするのだ。
何がでおじゃる。
Maruto sneers unhelpfully at my plea.
ライコーに大義はない。それがわからぬお前ではあるまい。
まるで。
I mean, yeah.
とでも言わんばかりでおじゃる。
Like, sure, we're literally committing, like, identity fraud right now, but, you know, it's for the greater good. Maruto mutters the question darkly, meeting my eyes. My face now twisted, his face now twisted into a mask of hate.
偽の姫殿下を擁立し、帝都をその手に収めたライコーを討つ。それが師たちの大義である。
Maruto doesn't care about that.
何を言うかと思えば、そのような大義に一体何の意味があるでおじゃる。
大義とは、その元に集った人々のためにある。お前にもそれは分かっているであろう。
戦を起こした言い訳でおじゃるか。
言い訳はせぬ。戦を望む民などおらぬ。 戦で己を利する者は新たな戦を呼ぶ。
Just gotta keep telling yourself that.
それが師たちの願いは一つ。この手で一日でも早く戦を終わらせることだ。
そのようなざれ方、もろに信じろというでおじゃるか。
それがしの立場を逆賊と断じるのなら、それもやむを得まい。だが、あくまで、来光の掲げる姫殿下こそが誠だというつもりか。
Not for a second.
帝の崩御の折に、大和の安定を図り、知性を成したのは、今、帝都におわす姫殿下の方でおじゃるよ。
それは表裏の一方に過ぎぬ。偽りをもって築かれたものは、より大きな歪みを生む。
耳心地の良い理屈でおじゃるな。どこまでも正しく、それゆえにいっそ空々しい。覚えておくがいいでおじゃる。どれほど正しくとも、相手の心を見ぬ言葉は、誰の胸にも響きはしないのでおじゃる。
That's because you have a bug in your brain, dude.
その通りやもしれぬ。だとしても、 真実から目を背けていては己自身をも偽ることとなる。
ならば貴公に問うでおじゃる。偽りをもって気づかれたのは
I mean,
貴
yes.
公の立場そのものではないのか。今の貴公の心こそが歪んでいるのではおじゃらんか。
Yeah.
マロ一人も特進させられずに二心なきことを民にどう明かすのでおじゃるか。
Sensing a vulnerability struck in it by his words, Maruto presses me with questions, watching my reactions like a predator eyeing the pack.
確かに今はそれを明かす術はない。
馬脚を表したでおじゃるな。
Maruto's eyes glint with something between pity and mockery.
マロや来光機下の兵たちはもはや止まれない。そういうことなのか。だしかしこれだけは分かってほしい。それがしが望むのはただ一つ。ただあるべきものをあるべき形に戻すこと。白もきっとそれを望んでいる。
Can you truly say you're fighting to avenge him if, what you're doing, spits in the face of what he would have wanted?
白今貴公は白殿もそれを望むと言ったでおじゃるか。貴公がその口で白殿の望みだと。にゅ貴公が白殿の言葉を代弁するのでおじゃるか。私欲のために白殿を殺した貴公が。
At that, Maruto bares his teeth and snarls like a cornered beast, eyes wild with fury.
そうか。これだ。マロに再会した時からずっと消えない違和感。聖女、しばらくこの者と二人きりで話をさせていただきたい。
わかった。だが気をつけるのじゃぞ。
心得ております。
We gonna, let the truth slip to him? All right. The others look on from a distance as I approach Maruto alone and take a seat opposite him.
マロ殿、一つだけ聞かせてくれ。なぜそんなデタラメを信じる？
何がデタラメでおじゃるか。マロはこの目ではっきりと見たでおじゃる。
この目で？お前はどこで何を見たんだ？
You weren't there, dude. You have false memories in your head.
ごまかされないでおじゃる。貴公は瀕死の芝居をして白殿に解放され、その隙に後ろから探検で。
よく考えるんだ、マロロ。それがしが帝都から脱出した時、お前はどこにいた？
そこにいたでおじゃる。マロは確かにそこに。
そんなはずはない。お前自身がよく知っているはずだ。
Yeah, you were with like Decapompo. All at once, a scream rips itself from Maruto's throat, and he collapses to the ground. Kill him! Kill that shit! No! Fuck! We almost had him. A figure suddenly materializes near Maruto, rushing from the shadows with a cloud of thick, obscuring smoke.
なんだ、一体。
Try as I might to penetrate the smoke, all I can make out are shadows and silhouettes. The figure presses something to Maruto's ear.
あれは何をしている？
Giving him a new bug. Maruto begins repeatedly screaming my name, as though a flame has been lit inside him, and that sound is all that can extinguish it.
まだでおじゃる。押しとる。
マロロ様、ここはお引きを。
マロがその首を取るまで、この戦は決して終わらぬ。
As Marudo fades with the newcomer into the distance, he gives one more frightful, bloody scream and disappears from
待
sight.
てマロロ
When all the smoke had cleared, Marudo and the relatively unarmed soldiers were gone.
見失っちゃった。
何今ならまだ追える。
うちも音もすら
深追いは避けた方がいいでしょう。罠がこれだけとは限りませんし。
オーギアいけずやな。
どれほど正しくとも相手の心を見ぬ言葉は誰の胸にも響きはしない。辛いものじゃ。
I mean, we're making progress. Again, like I said, we just gotta deworm him. As we reach the decision not to pursue, I overhear Anju muttering to herself, or perhaps to no one in particular.
世は己自身が不甲斐ない。世は何一つ言い返すことが敵なんだ。マロロよ。
Ordinarily, Anju can be hard to read. This, however, is all too clear. It's the same emotion etched into me beneath this mask. Hard regret.
さっきのマロの様子は明らかにおかしかった。お前に何があったんだ。
The clashing armies, the only sound in the air, do not furnish me with an answer.
兄様、本陣からの伝令が。
そうだな。こんなところで
Yep,
グズグズしてはい
back to the
られ
fight.
ない。戦はまだ続いているのだ。
どうやら伏兵は追い散らしたようだな、オシトル。
With our steeds hurrying back to the main encampment, we arrived to find Utawarerumono waiting to greet us, looking a little worse for wear.
もはや背後の敵に怯える必要はありますまい。して前線の様子は
芳しくはないな。何分敵の軍勢は木に瓶でなかなか隙を見せぬ。
さすがはライコウといったところですか。
Probably
こちら
bad.
の損害は
皆よくやっておる。しか
Yikes.
し来光の手勢はこちらの半分も損耗しておらぬだろう。
そんな。
さてどうする。
Kind of losing the numbers edge.
このまま手をこまないでいればこの流れ何としてでも変えねばならん。手薄になっている陣に強撃を仕掛け、おとりかいやらしい真似を。
これはまた気づかずにそこを攻めていたら返り討ちですか。
相手の虚をつく。それができればなんとかなりそうなんだけど。
Yeah, if only.
その虚をつくことは
If only they all just like got a stomach bug and like fell down and shit their pants, we'd win. But you know, it's not quite that easy.
では兵を伏せて誘い込んでみてはどうでしょうか。
難しいだろう。正確無比な来光の軍勢を誘い込むのは並大抵のことではない。ただ奇策を打つだけでは奴の裏をかくことはできる。
そうですか。
何よりあやつらの反応が早すぎる。あれに対抗するための手段は講じたはずだが。
Yeah, when they literally just have telepathy on their side, it's kind of hard.
確かにな。やれやれ。どんなからくりを使ってるんだか。
あの素早く一糸乱れぬ動き、その裏にはそれがしたちの知らない何らかの通信手段があるはずだ。
オシトルもそう思う？
状況からして他にあるまい。それを叩くことができれば。
うん。足並みを崩すことは可能かな。
とはいえ、それが何かわからないのだな。奴は
I mean, Ururu, Sarada, you guys probably know.
どうやって伝
Maybe
達して
even Anju.
ん
I feel to tug at my sleeves and turn around to see Ururu and Sarada behind me, looking more anxious than
二
usual.
人ともどうした。
もぞもぞする。いろいろな思念が飛び交っていて背筋がゾワゾワします。
何
Can you guys just like jam it?
それはライ
Like
コー
broadcast your own out
の
on
もの
like
では
all
ないのか。
frequencies?
ライコーが念話で指示を送っているのは承知している。これだけの戦になれば当然情報量も増えるはずだ。
すごい数。今までにないほど無数の電話が同時に使用されています。それにことごと、通常の電話に比べると不調化され、内容は随分稚拙なものに落としているようです。
I can tell just from their faces how abnormally dense the telepathic noise must
だ
be.
がそれほどの情報が一度に入ってきて正確に伝わるものなのか。
私たちならできる。できないことはありません。ただ他のことには一切注意が向かなくなります。
小生が知るところでは通常ティリリャライの念話は1対1、できてもせいぜい 3,4 名の処理までのはず。
Are we doing like a branching structure where, you know, each one is a node for somebody else? That
不可
way
能
we
で
can
はないと。
have like a big spider web?
おそらく
くそ、なんでそれに思い至らなかっ
I
た。
mean, it was pretty obvious.
情報戦に長けたライコーのことだ。ティリリャラの大規模な運用は十分に予想できたことだった。迂闊だった。ティリリャライは1対1と思い込んでいた。1対1と誰が決めた。
なるほど。そういうことでしたら情報の伝達が我々の比ではないのもうなずけます。
どうする。こちらの通信手段では
I don't know,
とて
man.
も上回れない。
Can you cast like a giant magic ritual that just causes so much interference that they, you know, get
いや
scrambled?
待て、サラーナは稚拙なものと言ったな。ならば偽の情報を流すことは可能か。
そっか。感じることができるってことは、その逆も
可能。
We just gotta think real hard.
ただ単純な内容といっても不調化はされています。少し時間をいただければ別ですが。
そうか。内容を解析して虚偽の情報を流す。それでは間に合わんか。
なあなあ、何を言ってるかわかるけ？私に聞くな。
ならば念話を発しているものを特定でき
Yeah,
るか。
either that or like triangulate the sources and like send in like systematic strike teams to knock them out.
可能。戦場の至るところから発せられていますが、ある程度集中しているところでよければできます。
頼む、やってくれ。
Basically hit their servers.
索敵開始。
The two close their eyes as they speak, visibly concentrating. Each moves their hands fluidly, one holding their twins, the other in the air.
特定。あれらがそう。上のあの物見櫓の一つ一つから思念が流れてきています。
I follow their pointed fingers and see a number of watchtowers looking down upon the battlefield. They're spread apart from each other, and each one has a defensive line of troops surrounding
あ
it.
の物見櫓。いや、そう思わせておいて通信塔だったというわけか。どこま。
ふむ、よくわからんが。
Yep.
つまりあれらを片っ端から潰していけばいいのだな。
Inshallah, those towers will fall, Nozuri.
何も難しく考える必要はないな。
そうやな。それならわかりやすいな。いいえ、敵陣の中櫓に近づくのも大変なのです。それを全部潰すなんてとても無理なのです。
うん、だが他に方法もないと思うが。クオン、何も笑うことないだろ
う。うん、ナスリ。オシトルはやる気かな。
Oh, yeah.
そうでしょ、オシトル。
ああ、確かにあれをどうにかせねば我らに勝機はない。
ですが兄様。
そうだな。猫根の言う通り、あれら全てを潰すのは難しいだろう。かといって一つ二つ潰したところで大した打撃にはなるまい。
But we have to do it, otherwise we lose no matter what.
打つってなしということか。
いや、いくら来航とはいえ全ての戦況を拾っていたのでは対応が遅れるはず。何か手はあるはずだ。 あれら全てを相手取ることなく敵をか乱する方法が。
まあこんな波のようなたくさんの念をやり取りするなんて大変そうですね。こんないっぱいの思い酔ってしまいそう。思い
Yeah, like I said, jam it. Fill it with so much junk information that they can't use them.
よ
The twins mutter for a moment, and suddenly look at each
お
other.
そらく専門がいる。どこかに情報処理を専門としている特殊な能力者がいるはずです。でなければここまで潤滑かつ膨大な量の波を処理しきれません。まあそうでしたのね。主様どうかした。そんなに見つめられたらムラムラしてしまいます。
Keep it in your pants.
一応お手柄なんだけど、なんだろう、この釈然としない感じ。
Yeah, so we don't need to take out all the nodes. We just need to take out, like I said, the server. I quickly turned back to Sadana and
ならば
Udulu. God
思
damn
念
it.
が最も集
I
中
don't
し
like
てい
when
る
their
ところ
names
を
are
探し
flipped
て
like
ほしい。
that.
できるか。
承知。少しだけお時間をいただきます。検索開始。
At my request, the two take each other's hands again and begin
右
meditating.
翼第2第3検索完了。左翼を対象から除外。中央の櫓に索敵を集中します。
The twins' faces turn paler and paler as they continue to mutter.
それほど負担が大きいのか。それとも人の思念に当てられているからか。無理は。いや、頼む。
Nope, now's the time to push yourself.
巫女からのままにもう少し。右翼第5中央左翼寄りに大きな思念の流れを確認。
もういい。休め。
Alright, so we make like a penetration strike into there and try to topple that tower. Or the towers in that sector. I set my hands on their shoulders firmly, halting their efforts. Almost immediately, the two fall to their knees, exhausted.
二人とも無理をさせたな。ルルティエ、頼む。
はいさお水をどうぞ。感謝。主様の口移しであればより回復が早くなります。それはダメです。
Yeah. Keep that up and you're just gonna shove it up your ass. Which is a way to rehydrate if someone is suffering from like intense heat exhaustion or heat stroke and they like can't hold down water because they're just vomiting. You just put a tube in their butt and fill it with water and it gets absorbed in that way. It's the same thing as like butt chugging alcohol to get drunk faster, except it's like rehydrating. Or you get like literally like a tube of ice and you stick it in there to cool them down. Oh, sorry, I have to actually read the lines instead of telling you guys about shoving stuff up your ass. Leaving Lulity to tend to the twins, I continue with my plan. The new information points to one conclusion. Yep, central towers leaning towards the left wing and the area and the end of the right wing. Those two look the same as the rest.
どちらかが目的の櫓か。
Or perhaps both.
両方だろうな。おそらく同時に情報を処理することで負荷を抑えているのだ。そして
片方が落ちた時のことも考えてかな。
あの来光が不測の事態への備えを怠るとは思えませんからね。
しかし今回もこの二人に助けられたか。
They notice my gaze and force a smile back.
頑張った。私たちの力は主様のお役に立ちましたか。
ああ、十分な。
さて、どうしますか。兵を先2カ所に向かわせるとなると本陣に隙ができてしまいますが。
かといって片方ずつ攻める手も取りにくい。なぜですか。
They have to be simultaneous.
個別に攻めれば
Because if they
むしろ戦
understand
力が
what's up,
集中できる
they're
のでは。
immediately going to go reinforce the other one and we won't be able to break through.
中継する櫓があの二つでなければならないという道理はないじゃない。
中継点が潰されることも計算のうちなのだ。それゆえ2カ所に分散させている。仮に1カ所を潰したとしてももう1カ所の櫓が新たな中継点を作るだけだ。そして位置が特定された襲撃者は 殺到する兵たちに囲まれ皆殺しにされることとなる。ここはやはり
Yep.
同時撃破しかない。しかも完全に連携し精密な一撃を加えなければならぬ。
厄介な話だ。
だが中継点がわざわざ2つあるというのは弱点の証でもある。一度壊してしまえば復旧にある程度時間がかかるのだろう。それゆえ2箇所を同時に潰すのは致命的な一撃となり、
They'll lose their coordination for a time.
しばらくは指揮系統が混乱するは
And
ず
then
だ。
we can re-seize the initiative.
そしてそ
I dig
の
it.
隙に総攻撃をかける。
念のため確認しますが、現状の戦力ではそう何度もは攻められませんね。
その通りだ。できて一度きりだろう。
しかもここから守勢に回ればもはや戦線は維持できまい。
うんと早く、うんと正確でないとダメって
Yep.
こと
Hit
よ
him
ね。
hard, hit him fast.
だが他に策はない。
We may have come to a conclusion, but we all know this won't be an easy task.
一度きりの勝負ってことになるかな。
一度きり。
うん。このままでは相場を押し切られる。敵の手にただ対処するだけでは兵力の逐次投入にしかならない。こちらから撃って出なければ、そのままずるずると負けてしまうのは明白だ。
I review several plans again and again in my head, evaluating each one, but the conclusion is always the same.
おそらくこの作戦の成否がこたびの戦を決めることになる。
すなわち決戦か。悪くない響きだ。
面白くなってきた。
このままじゃどうにもならないもの。
Yep.
ここが仕掛け時って
So let's
い
kill
う
him.
のは私も賛成かな。
これより我らは敵陣の耳目たるあの櫓を落とす。両方同時にな。
だが櫓の付近には兵が詰めている。近づくことは容易ではないぞ。
近づけぬのなら狙撃をすればよい。幸いどちらの櫓にも
Oh, just like
狙撃するには
snipe 'em?
格好
Alright.
の丘がある。
つまり私の出番だな。
期待している。ノスリの弓の腕ならば失敗はあるまい。
しかし同時にとはそんなことが可能なのかな。
マヌイを使ったのでは敵に何かすると知らせるようなものだな。
無論その方法は考えてやる。同時に櫓を落とすための合図だが、
Uh-huh.
ウルウル、サラーナ、
はい。何でしょうか、主様。
二人はそれぞれの場所に分かれ、そこから念話による合図をしてほしい。
The twins shiver with unease at my words. I don't think it's my imagination. They visibly paled at the thought of it.
そういえばこの二人を話そうとしたことなんてかわいそうだが他に方法がない。今動かねばそれがしたちの打つ手はなくなる。できる
Can
か
you guys put on your big girl pants and, be alone for a minute? Sarana looks far more disturbed by the idea. Ludodu grips her hand firmly. As both of them look to me, I see tears welling in their eyes.
主様は
Sarana remains silent as Ludodu speaks, only shivering uncontrollably as she stares at me.
それがしはノスリと共に中央へ行く。そちらの方が兵が集中しているゆえにな。もう一方はキュールに任せる。
私ですか？無理ですよ。
弓の腕でノスリに迫る者はキュールを置いて他にいない。
でも
キュールならばできると確信している。何？合図とともに動かぬ的を落とすだけだ。飛ぶ鳥を落とすことに比べれば
兄上、わかりました。
では私はキュール様と一緒に。フルール、主様、サラーナをお願い。
Okay.
そんな
We can babysit.
私
すまない。
大丈夫。また会える。
With that last murmur, Ludodu embraces Sarana, then quietly steps back from her.
別動隊はキュールの指示に従ってもらう。合図とともに狙撃。 たいわけは、ノスリにはサラーナ、オウミ、ネコネ、クオン、フミリル殿、それにそれがしが堂々する。
わかりましたです。
妥当なところでしょうね。
プーちゃんと一緒なら楽しそう。
Yeah.
遊びに行くのではないんだけど。
I mean, you can still have fun with it, though.
残りの者はキュール隊とする。目的はあくまでも敵の櫓を排除することだ。
できるだけってところが大切よね。
Only kill them when you have to.
いえ、本当に避けてほしいんですが。
たまには楽な仕事もいいじゃない。
シノナンちゃんは私が。姫ちゃん、厄介になるぞ。
正常は小生がお守りしますゆえ、決して離れることのないよう。
言われなくとも分かっておる。
それでは行動を開始する。
Woo! Now loading. Yep.
もう少しだ。ここを越えれば
But
狙
with
撃地
that,
点となる。
ladies and gentlemen, with the plan set and the battlefield, readied, that is where we're gonna end it here and save that fight for next time. Because otherwise, we're gonna have like a 4-hour video. So, with that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Check out the Discord link in the description down below. Become a member today, and I'll see you all next time for the next episode of Utawarerumono Mask of Truth, where we will knock out their communication network, jam their radios, and, hopefully then they go into a panic because now they can't communicate and they don't know what to do. And we can just, shoot them like fish in a barrel. It'll be a grand old time. So many dead. So many widows. So many fatherless children growing up. Oh, what joy. Anywho, I gotta go process this video and get it uploaded. So, yep. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Mwah.